Welcome to Ken's Country Podcast. I'm your host, Ken Mann. Today we will honor Memorial Day. We begin with an inspiring introduction from the late George Hamilton IV, star of the Grand Ole Opry.
I was thinking the other day about how the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor is really a lighthouse, a beacon. We don't often think of her that way, but when people arrive from other lands to this country, places of oppression and war, poverty, famine, the first thing they see when they come into New York Harbor is the Statue of Liberty. She's a lighthouse and a beacon to people from all over the world. I guess of all the places in the world, when you think about it, this nation, the one that we call the United States of America, is, in spite of our many problems, which we know about, still the greatest place in the world to live. Sometimes I guess we kind of take for granted the freedoms that we enjoy here. We sort of simply go about our daily routines, doing things without thinking about them, things that are prohibited in many other countries. Johnny Cash once told a story about our flag, and it touched my heart. The story is really the history of our great land and the price that's been paid that we might be able to live as we do, without many of the adversities that our brothers and sisters in other lands endure every day. My friend Ken is going to share with you right now the story of the ragged old flag.
I was walking through a country courtyard square, and on a park bench, there was an old cowboy sitting there. I said, "Your old courthouse is kind of run down." He said, "No, it'll do for our little town." I said, "Your flagpole is leaning a bit, and that's a ragged old flag you got hanging off it." He asked, "Is this the first time you've ever been to our little town?" I said, "I reckon it is." He said, "Have a seat." So I sat down. He said, "Now, I don't mean to brag, but I'm kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see that little hole in that flag up there? She got that when Washington carried her across the Delaware. She got a powder burn the night that Francis Scott Key sat watching her, writing, 'Oh, say, can you see?' She got a rip in her seams the time that Pakenham and Jackson were tugging at her in New Orleans. She almost fell alongside the Texas flag at the Alamo, but she kept waving though. She got cut by a sword at Chancellorsville and then cut again at Shiloh Hill. That was Beauregard, Robert E. Lee, and Bragg. That south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. She got a pretty big hole from a Bertha gun at Flanders Field in World War I. She hung low and limp a time or two. She ran blood red in World War II. She went to Korea and to Vietnam, and in Desert Storm she calmed the shifting sand. And now, as you know, she's returned the land to the people of Kosovo. You see, she's always went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. She's waved high from her ships on the briny foam, but now they've just about quit waving her here at home. Yes, right here in her own good land she's been abused, burned, dishonored, denied, refused, and the government for which she stands has been scandalized across the land. Yeah, she's threadbare and wearing kind of thin, but she's in pretty good shape for the shape she's in. You see, she's been through the fire before, and I believe she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning, and we take her down every night. We don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her upright. On second thought, I do like to brag, 'cause I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
We hope that you have enjoyed our rendition of the Ragged Old Flag. We owe a special thanks to Johnny Cash for the inspiration, George Hamilton IV for the wonderful introduction, and to the captain's crew for joining us in song. But most importantly, we thank those that gave it all, that we could enjoy the freedom we have in America today. Ken's Country Podcast is powered by Outer Banks TV. You'll find us at www.obxtv.com or kenscountry.com. You can email us at kenscountrypodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for being with us, and may God bless you richly.